Children learning language is a big topic. Let's break it down step by step. When does a child start being a child? Many people believe that language learning begins around 12 months, when kids say their first word. However, we shouldn't overlook the importance of the first year of life. Even before you are born, there are a few months when you can already hear and understand the language spoken around you. So language learning actually starts earlier than most people realize. And it continues for a longer time too. When does it stop? Well, in a way, we are all like children when it comes to learning. There isn't a clear endpoint for learning new sounds, although there are endpoints for learning grammar and vocabulary. We keep learning new words throughout our lives, with millions of words in the English language alone. Most of us have a vocabulary of around 50, 60, or 70,000 words, but there is always something new to learn. So remember, the beginning and end of language learning in childhood are farther apart than some people think. This means there is more to study and learn than many people realize.
Mars, the fourth planet from the Sun, is the second smallest planet in our solar system, coming after Mercury. Its name originates from the Roman god associated with war. Due to the abundance of iron oxide on its surface, Mars is often called the red planet because of its reddish hue. Similar to both the Moon's impact craters and Earth's volcanoes, valleys, deserts, and polar ice caps, Mars is a terrestrial planet with a thin atmosphere. Its rotational period and seasonal cycles resemble those of Earth, with the tilt being responsible for the changing seasons. Mars boasts notable features such as Olympus Mons, the largest volcano and second largest mountain in our solar system, as well as Valles Marineris, one of the largest canyons in the solar system. Before the successful flyby of Mars by Mariner 4 in 1965, there was much speculation about the presence of liquid water on the planet's surface. This speculation was based on observed periodic variations in light and dark patches, particularly at the polar latitudes, which appeared reminiscent of seas and continents. Unmanned missions have gathered geological evidence suggesting that Mars once had significant water coverage on its surface during earlier stages of its existence. The wind turbine is a device that converts wind into mechanical energy, which can be used to power various devices such as water pumps or electricity generators. The power generated by the turbine is dependent on several factors including wind speed, the number of sails, the area of the sails, and the angle of the sails in relation to the wind. If the blades of the turbine are flat onto the wind, it will not turn, but with a slight angle, the wind will turn the blades, which can be used to power devices. In this context, simple paper windmills can be made using household materials to drive small generators for electronic devices. Today, we will talk about how earthquakes are related to the cracks in the Earth's crust. These cracks in the crust can happen at different depths, from the surface of the Earth to several hundred kilometers down. The center point of the earthquake is called the epicenter, and it is located directly below the Earth's crust. The energy of the earthquake is released and spreads out from this epicenter. The cracks in the Earth's crust are known as faults. By looking at maps of these faults from the center of the Earth, we can figure out where the epicenters are located. As the seismic waves travel away from the epicenter, their strength decreases.
Before the space age began in 1956, there were ideas about what Venus, the planet, might look like on its surface. These ideas were a mix of science fiction and scientific speculation. However, it wasn't until 1967 that these ideas were disproven when detailed measurements were taken by the Mariner 4 and Mariner 5 spacecraft. These measurements revealed that Venus is extremely hot, with clouds made of sulfuric acid. This means that Venus doesn't have a pleasant water cycle like Earth does. Recent findings from the Venus Express mission have shown that while there are some Earth-like features on Venus, overall it is quite different from our planet.